You're already enlightened. There's nothing you can do to make yourself so, and there's nothing you can do to make yourself not so. Most teachings on enlightenment state, explicitly or implicitly, that you must be purified, developed, or improved in one or more ways, and that this will lead you to becoming some kind of exalted being in the future. But this contradicts every core teaching of every wisdom teaching worth its salt. I studied those teachings for 10,000 hours before I realized what I'm about to teach you, so let me save you some time. First, there is no solid, permanent self that is impure, and therefore there can be no self in the future who is pure. Many teachings pay lip service to the concept of no self, then turn right around and reinforce the concept of self by talking about it as if it can be changed. When we conceptualize about past and future, there appears to be a process of purification, and there appears to be a self that is being purified. But these are precisely appearances, mental fabrications. You remember the past, you imagine the future. Remembering and imagining are mental processes occurring in the present. Second, in your direct experience, there has never been any moment other than the present, and there never will be. The past and future are convenient, relative realities. It would be foolish to abandon them altogether, but in terms of absolute reality, which is the reality with which authentic wisdom teachings are concerned, the past and future do not exist. What you really are right now is already perfectly pure. But this truth is so counter to our ordinary way of thinking that it is missed again and again at various levels of wisdom. In the lowest level, one is identified with material phenomena and tries to change those to make things right. In the middle level, one is identified with spiritual phenomena and tries to change those to make things right. But in enlightenment, one is identified with nothing at all. One is simply relaxed. Not relaxed like putting your feet up after a hard day. Relaxed like abandoning all mental fabrication and resting as that which is unfabricated. What then is unfabricated, uncontrived? The reason this is so difficult to answer is that it defies the thinking mind. The reason so few people recognize what is unfabricated, uncontrived, is that it's not a thing. It has no qualities or characteristics that can be observed or described. But we believe we can only know something if we can describe it. And this is the fundamental delusion that keeps people from making this key recognition. So instead of trying to know truth intellectually, we must instead concern ourselves with recognizing it intuitively. Indeed, since words themselves are all made up, how can they adequately describe that which precedes them? Regardless, you already know your true nature. You're just busy thinking you're other things. You think you're a person. You think you're your roles. You think you're your memories. You think you're how others describe you. You think you're your personality. You think you're your achievements. You think you're your body. You think you're your mind. But what of those things exists right now without your remembering them, thinking about them, conceptualizing them? Even what we call mind doesn't really exist. We imagine there to be some kind of storehouse of memories, a space inside our heads where mental activity occurs. But close your eyes and observe the sensation of your big toe. Then consider, is that sensation occurring behind your eyes? Or is it occurring in your toe? Perhaps both. Perhaps neither. What if, instead, your big toe, your mind, everything you've ever experienced, occurs in a single expanse with no boundaries? What if all boundaries you've ever drawn around the parts of your body, around yourself and other people, around the past and the present, what if all these were made up? What if, without the compulsive thinking into which you were trained, there was never anything other than aware, pure space? Perfect, just as it is, which does not judge, or describe, or resist, or desire. And what if that is what enlightenment is? Nothing more than simple recognition of this non-judgmental space in which everything occurs as your true nature. And can you not confirm this for yourself right now? Is it not obvious, now that you consider it, that this is what you've always been? The sensations of your body come and go. The memories of past events come and go. The emotions come and go. The thoughts come and go. All phenomena, all things appear in infinite variety and resolve naturally within awareness, no matter what they are. Like a line drawn in water, they seem to disrupt the space in which they appear. But the water, the space, is not harmed or diminished by their appearance. You are bothered by what appears only to the degree that you invest it with meaning. You seek enlightenment, comfort, ease, happiness elsewhere, only to the degree that you do not recognize what I've said here. Just glimpse the truth of what I've told you for a single brief moment. Right now, and right now, and right now. Don't try to do it. It's not an activity. Don't try to sustain it. It's not created. Just recognize what is already so. Rest naturally in an uncontrived way, as they say in Tibet. If you're interested in unbiased truth, rather than interpretation, what practice could be more profound than this? Distractions and doubts will appear. Just rest as those too. Let nothing be so important that it blinds you from the simple truth that you only know it in, as, by, and through awareness, which is never harmed by what appears within it. And recognize again and again that this awareness is already pure, with nothing needing to be done, and that it has always been what is fundamental to your experience. Within the context of this teaching, we use mindfulness as a provisional practice. There seems to be a mind that is chaotic or calm, and we use mindfulness to remember to rest instead of indulging in rabbit holes of thinking and imagination. To find out where you're at in your mindfulness journey, take my 1-minute quiz. There's a link in the description. And if you liked this video, do all the YouTube stuff that tells it to show you more of them. I upload every single day, and I hope to see you again tomorrow.